Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another speed build. Is it, a video that I have created without some sort of technical difficulty? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think that's just in the cards for me. But anyways, I actually filmed this whole voiceover already, but somehow, some way, the first 2.5 minutes just went poof, disappeared, gone, never to be seen again. But basically, all I really talk about in the first 2 minutes is basically that I am making a farmhouse, a modern farmhouse, or modern-ish farmhouse in Hinford on Bagley. It's a family home, so you can definitely have a little family in here. It's definitely, I did not, budget myself whatsoever, so it's probably extremely expensive and definitely not a starter home or even a beginning kind of home. This is a well-established family home with lots of money. But I did try to, like I said, make it a little bit more modern, but still kind of keep it a bit traditional and everything. I also included a garage, which I normally don't do, but we're trying to do new things and try different things out as far as building and whatnot. So keep things fun and exciting and learn things. That's the big thing. But it's pretty simple. It's just a nice little white farmhouse vibe situation going on with itself. Where the video is going to kind of restart from what I filmed before the audio cut out, is I was talking about the fact that I got myself some cats. I got two cats. One's name is Ollie and the other is named Dipper. I literally just got them literally 2 days ago, so they're still adjusting. Ollie likes to hide away. Right now he's literally on top of my fridge hiding in a corner there. Dipper, who knows where he is, he likes to explore. But that's basically where the video is going to restart, is basically me just chit-chatting about cats and whatnot. I honestly don't know, but I was talking about cats, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video, and thank you guys for watching. Specifically cats, because I just feel like cats are a little less maintenance compared to dogs. I feel like dogs just are a little bit extra as far as having to do things and stuff with them for them. And so for me, I think it's best that I just stick with cats for now. But nonetheless, that is my little exciting new update. Besides that, I really haven't been doing much else in regards to just life in general for the new year. Literally not much has happened. Just living life basically, really. But it has been really busy. That's the weird thing. It's I feel like nothing has been happening, but it's been busy all the same. It's I'm constantly doing something or going somewhere, having to do something basically. This past weekend was super busy. I was getting up early every single day for the weekend, so I didn't really get to fully enjoy relaxing and resting over the weekend because there was always something to do. But that's a good thing in a way. But because it's keeping me occupied and busy, but still I'm gonna try and make sure that I have everything balanced and whatnot. But I just want to do more, I think, in general this year. I don't really do New Year's resolutions really. I have goals just every year, and they're not necessarily New Year's resolutions. It's just things that I want to do. It doesn't have to happen this specific year, but hopefully sometime soon. I think I use the new year just to reassess what I want in life in general, instead of doing the whole New Year's resolution thing. And so I don't really have anything specific this year except for I just want to do more things, do more activities. I went to a K-pop concert this last year, and it was like the best thing ever. So that's like a thing that I really want to do this year, is go to another K-pop concert. So I've been like actively like looking at like ones that may be near where I live. And then I also, if it's a group that I really like, I'm willing to travel for it too. So, but that's definitely something that's like on my list of goals to do, is go to more concerts in general, but like specifically K-pop concerts, because it was fantastic and wonderful. And I barely even, when I decided to go to the K-pop concert last year, I really didn't know the group that well. I only had heard like a handful of songs, really, and then I listened to the songs that were going to be performed at the concert like a little bit before the concert, but I didn't even listen to all of them. But like even like some of the songs that I had no idea about were some of my favorite songs at the concert. It's just, they just are just so entertaining, honestly. Very talented, entertaining. So that's definitely something that I want to continue to do and whatnot. It's kind of weird because like last year I like just got into K-pop for the first time ever, which is weird too in itself. Of like, I feel like with all of the things that I've been interested in and like the things that I've seen, I should have probably gotten to K-pop way earlier. But you know, it was just last year I ended up discovering BTS. It's not that I discovered BTS. I knew BTS existed, but I really didn't listen to any of their music. I listened to like maybe 2 of their songs up until last year, and then I went down the rabbit hole, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I've been missing out all this time. And it's so unfortunate that of course I become a fan right when they are taking a break to do their military service. That's just like an unfortunate thing for me. Just my luck. That would happen to me. But nonetheless, you know, there's always, you know, I'm sure the next few years will go by really quickly, because it's like last year went by so fast. I'm sure that like before I know it, you know, it's going to be 2025 and maybe I will be able to go to a BTS concert. Maybe. I don't know. You never know, because it is really hard to get concert tickets for like big groups in general nowadays. But, you know, we can always dream and hope. I don't know, like what else? I don't really think I have other things. I want to travel more. I like really, really want to travel, and like I specifically want to do some like international trips. Because the only time I've really gone international, I've been international. It sounds weird saying I've been international. I've been out of the country. That sounds better. A couple of times, but I've mainly gone to Jamaica because I have family in Jamaica. So it's been always like family trips of like, oh, there's a wedding, or unfortunately like a funeral or something. And then sometimes it's just been to visit in general, but you know, like the last time I went, it was for a wedding. So a lot of times it is for something specific. But then the only other country I've been to is Canada. And living on the East Coast, I feel like that's, I would like, whatever. There, have that up. So I want to go to more places. Like let's go across the, you know, oceans and whatnot to go to other places. I think that would be really nice and really cool to do. Ideally, I used to be obsessed with England and all things British, so I think that would be really cool to finally visit that, even though I'm no longer like absolutely obsessed with it or anything. I think it still would be really cool to visit. And then now, with my newfound interest in K-pop, I think it would be really cool to go to South Korea, because I've learned a lot about South Korea from getting into K-pop, and it sounds like it seems like a really cool country, and they have like a lot of stuff to do. And then plus, I mean, I could get a bunch of Korean skincare and I could get a bunch of K-pop stuff. I mean, it's a win-win with both of those. But yeah, I don't know how realistic it would be to go to both of those places in 1 year, because they were both like big trips and like expensive in certain ways, like just to get to the other side of the world to South Korea would be pretty pricey. And then, we all know Europe can be quite pricey too. So don't know how realistic it would be to do both of them, but at least one of them. And especially also since I want to do other activities more locally, like going to concerts, and like I also just want to travel around the US too a little bit. So I probably will have to pick one. And then also I just need to hurry up and pick one in general, because I'd rather go like no later than like the summer and not like wait until the fall. So I don't know. It might end up having to be a next year situation. I'd like to go this year just because I really want to go somewhere, because we haven't really done as much traveling, obviously, because there was COVID and everything, and then like now it's just like everyone has lives and is busy and whatnot, as far as like going to trips with like my family and stuff, because that's normally who I go with. But I might have to start going and doing like solo dolo trips, but it's kind of scary to like go and travel to a new country all by your lonesome. But I kind of do want to do like a solo trip. I think it would be kind of cool to like explore something on my own, by myself. But we'll have to see. It's all nothing's planned. It's all up in the air, essentially, with everything. And another thing that I wanted to try and do this year is just be more consistent. I feel like it's like a broken record. I feel like I'm always saying I want to be more consistent and like upload more consistently. But I generally do want to. And I've actually like literally like created like a calendar to kind of organize and like plan out like what I'm gonna do, and like try and help the process of trying to be more what's the word? I was gonna say more regular, but that's not the word. More consistent. That's what it is. I literally just said the word and I forgot it that quickly. But I have like a whole calendar that like I think I have it kind of planned out up until like I think at least March. So that's like pretty good. I mean, but like let's also be honest, and technically I've already kind of failed a little bit, because I did plan on starting to upload on this channel earlier than what I am uploading now. And even this video right now, instead of like having it already ready to go today, I'm now doing the voiceover when the video should probably already be up. But like I said, I've had very busy weekends and days and everything. It's just been so crazy. Just so much is going on and everything. So that's another thing of like, I just want to, it's nice to have like things to do and going on and stuff, but I need to make sure that I like have time to like just be by myself and do like my own thing and like just enjoy my own company, because I am an introverted person and I feel like my social meter has been like at a constant high, and I think I need to like start saying no to some things, but it's nice to do things and like go out and like hang out with people and like meet new people and stuff like that, but I think I need to take a little bit of a break from that. Okay, I actually got interrupted while I was doing the voiceover, so I honestly generally don't know what the heck I was talking about before now. But anyways, I guess I can talk a little bit about the build so far. I was trying to go, like you said, for like a like family home kind of vibe, but like also like make it like modern, because obviously like I was going for the farmhouse, but it was obviously a modern farmhouse kind of vibe. and whatnot. And so, and I was trying to do things differently than what I normally do. So I also was trying to use items that I normally wouldn't use and whatnot in the build. I still definitely use items that I use all the time because, you know, I'm a creature of habit and I don't know how to do anything other than that. But I try to like just grab a bunch of like miscellaneous things that like you could possibly see in a garage and just like dump them in there for now, and then I reorganize it later. So it can make a little bit more sense. But I mean, again, you know what? There are garages out there that like are just like a hodgepodge mess of just a bunch of randomness. But here I am, finally really getting started on the upstairs and with all of the bedrooms and bathrooms here. I struggled a little bit with like mainly the layout of the master bathroom because it is like a little bit weird, obviously, there, and like the whole like master bedroom, master bathroom basically take up like a whole side of the house, so it was really big, and everything, and so like I struggled with like kind of like working that all out and everything. And obviously I'm struggling here with picking out what kind of flooring I want for the stairs. I do that a lot. I feel like it's like I start doing something and then I get distracted, or like I just like decide or think of something else and I'm like, oh, I have to do that other thing immediately and focus on that, and then I'll eventually come back to what I originally was doing. I don't know. That's just the way my brain works, I guess, sometimes. I did this build in, I think, like 2 sessions, and I think in total, I think it took me like 3-ish hours, maybe. It honestly could have been longer. I shouldn't lie. It may have actually taken me longer than 3 hours, but I think it was about 3 hours. So I basically like try to finish most of the upstairs and then, most of the downstairs, and then on the next session, it was mainly the upstairs, which I feel like took me longer than the downstairs, even though that literally includes the whole shell of the build and everything. And we all know, if you've watched my videos before, you know I struggle very, very hard with doing roofing. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think maybe it was 3 sessions. Or maybe it was 2 sessions and then like the second session is until later. Because I'm now remembering, yes, here is where I have another session. So maybe it's 2 sessions and I just was wrong and I started already building or making the bathrooms and whatnot upstairs before I stopped. That may have been the case. Clearly, despite the fact that I did not build this that long ago, I literally built this about a week ago. And clearly my memory is shot on like what the heck I was doing. But nonetheless, I really struggled with this bathroom for some reason because I wanted it to have a like shower tub combo situation, because I did want to have like a toddler in this house, but like just with the way it was shaped and everything, excuse me for yawning, I struggled a good bit. I struggled with both of the bathrooms, honestly, a little bit. Because obviously I tried to do like a little like a wet room kind of vibe where the shower and the tub are like right there next to each other. And then I just felt like the toilet was kind of weirdly placed because it's like directly looking at the shower and bathtub, so I feel like that's a little weird. And then I decided to like do a little like statement wall there and then put the bed there because the door from the downstairs that goes outside basically is like glitching, and so I didn't really like that, so I tried to like just put the bed there with nightstands to basically cover that up, which I think it does a pretty good job at covering it up. You can still see it a little bit, obviously, but I tried my best. Honestly, this room took me far too long. It should not have taken me as long as it did with this room. I really struggled with finding a dresser that matched. And that was just a real struggle for me. And I ended up going back and forth with like different swatches with everything. And and I obviously I had put like some pet stuff downstairs, so I decided to fill up this large space with another pet bed. I was thinking of putting a runner through this hallway, but then I ended up not doing it just because I thought the hallway was too wide for it, and the other like rugs, obviously, as you can see here, I just didn't think that they fit all that well. Like nothing really just fit perfectly for me. I don't know if I keep that rug. I think I get rid of it. Maybe I did though. I love how, like I said, I did not make this build that long ago, but clearly I don't remember that much. But this hallway was kind of difficult for me to kind of do because I wanted to keep it plain and simple, but it's kind of hard to do that and make sense, at least for me, at least. And then for this room, I kind of wanted it to be like a teen that, you know, kind of is like not necessarily into like the whole like living, you know, out in the farm life kind of vibes, and like kind of just, you know, just like an angsty kind of teen vibe. And then after like pretty much grabbing every single like wall decal decor that I could possibly find that like is like teen geared and specifically from the high school years pack, I kind of decided to go for like more of like a music theme in the room, because I was inspired by all of the record players, as you can see, that come in the high school years pack as like wall decor and stuff like that. So I kind of just went with that and just went with that vibe. Because even though, like I said in the very beginning of the speed build, I really was trying to make it so it wasn't a huge build, it still ends up being pretty big. So I was really trying to like fill up the space as much as I could with specifically like wall decals and stuff like that. But then I also just end up cluttering it with like a bunch of music stuff and whatnot. So this little teen has their own like little music making situation in the room. So like they're basically like a little producer, you know? They produce their own music in the comfort of their home. That's, you know, that's the vibes. And then moving on to this room, I wanted to do something with the platforms because I feel like there's a lot of like things that are included with like the build mode that I just never really use, and I really don't use platforms. So I decided to go ahead and use platforms. I originally was thinking of making it for that like platform area for the child because I felt like that would make more sense for the child to be like up on a platform, but as far as space wise, it just made more sense for it to be the toddler. So I do that with the toddler, and then I just put in a bunk bed situation for the child. And obviously this room is very much a purple themed room. I just stuck with the theme of purple and went with it. But I really liked like how this kind of turned out. I think it looks really cool, and like I said, it's kind of like something different that I've never really done before. So I want to like do that more often, is like do and try new things as far as like building and stuff that I haven't done before, just to make my stuff like look more interesting. And you know, so it's not the same old all the time. One thing I will say is I struggled a little bit with just like kind of like making the kids' room like a little bit more like cozy, because like I couldn't really find a rug that I really liked that like fit the space and whatnot. I am sorry if you can hear meowing, because one of the cats is meowing right now. He is the more vocal one, so if you can hear that, that's what that is. He's fine. He's just very vocal. And then in this extra little like den loft area situation, I decided to make it into like a TV room kind of vibe, and then like just have like the one that's downstairs as more of like a more formal situation, even though I'm pretty sure it does have like a TV. I may have taken the TV down because of the fact that I did have this like little like movie room, and since it is kind of like a movie room kind of vibes, I figured, you know, we want to have some like popcorn, and I figured, I never used the little ice cream maker, so, figured might as well put a little ice cream maker there too. And then I went ahead, because there was no other place where I had a desk and computer and everything, so I went ahead and put that there just to fill up the space a little bit more, and then just added a few things on the wall to, again, fill up the space, because like I feel like I have been trying to like make my walls not as bare, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, at least for me, because I don't necessarily always think of like decorating wise. Like I just kind of just throw the bare necessities in there and call it a day most of the time. So it is a little bit of a struggle for me. As far as, actually remembering to make it look pretty or make it look prettier with extra little clutter bits and pieces. And then another area that it was a little bit of a struggle for me was this entry area, because obviously I already had the idea of like having like a little bench with the shoes situation and everything, but then actually filling the rest of the area was a little bit difficult for me personally. But I'm pretty sure the video is slowly but surely coming to an end. I'm pretty sure the garage was like the last kind of big bit of the house that I kind of really did. Obviously here we can see that I forgot to change the lights out, so I'm doing that here, changing all the lights and stuff out. And then eventually, after I finished the lighting and stuff like that, I think I changed the railing to the stairs, and change that up. And then finally I go and do a little something outside for the landscaping. My favorite part of building the landscaping. I really actually struggled with the stairs here for some reason. I don't know why, but I struggled a little bit. But again, I was trying to do different things, and so I was trying to do like the stairs with the platform kind of vibe and everything. I put in 2 cars because I figured it is like a family home, so like definitely most likely this family would like have more than 1 car. And it's out in the country, so you have to have a truck in the country, at least in my experience. Like I live fairly, some would consider in the country, but not really completely, at least not in my opinion. And there are plenty of trucks around here though, nonetheless. And then also another thing that I never really do is a fence, so I figured, we're gonna do a fence. So I did a fence, and it also helped just with me having to do a little less landscaping. And honestly, for a lot of the landscaping, I kind of just used the stuff that was around on the lot already and just moved it so it fit more in the space, basically. And then I also decided to do a little sand pit for the kids and whatnot, and just put in a few little outdoor stuff for the kids. And then it is Headford on Bagley, and it is a farmhouse, so I do put down some plots so they could farm in the farmhouse if they really wanted to. Just to give them options, give the Sims some options as far as what they want to do with their lives. But I honestly really didn't do too much as far as the landscaping, because of the fact that I kind of just moved the stuff that was already on the lot. And so I didn't really add too much there. And then I added some lighting outside and some things for them to sit on and whatnot outside, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But nonetheless, this video is slowly but surely coming to an end here. And so with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. You can comment down below, and you can also subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
Another broken plate, another called off date. We never seem to get it right. Another heart attack, words that we can't take back. We are the reason opposites attract. Once you slay